Shalom, shalom from Shoresh, Israel. Welcome to this wonderful event. I'd like to open my remarks with a quotation from Maimonides. The Rambam deals with the question, what is the relationship between scientific discovery and Halacha? And this he writes about at the end of the laws of Kiddush HaChodesh, sanctification of the new moon. And these are his words in translation to English. The rationale for all these calculations, which the Rambam has gone through and explained in 16 chapters of this section, the rationale for all these calculations and the reasons why this number is added and why that subtraction is made, and how all these concepts are known, and the proofs for each of these principles are the subject of the sciences of astronomy and geometry, concerning which the Greeks wrote many books. These texts are presently in the hands of the sages, but the texts written, that means the sages in his time, but the texts written by the sages of Israel in the age of the prophets from the tribe of Yisachar have not been transmitted to us. So all we had, the Maimonides had in his time, and so today, all we have are the scientific works of the Greeks. Nevertheless, since these concepts can be proven in an unshakable manner, leaving no room for question, the identity of the author, be he a prophet or a Gentile, is of no concern. For a matter whose rationale has been revealed and has proven truthful in an unshakable manner, we do not rely on the personal authority of the individual who made these statements or taught these concepts, but solely on the proofs he presented and the reasons he made known. This shows us how important a scientific discovery is when we're discussing this matter. Another idea I'd like to present to you before I start talking specifically about the Techeiles is a critical reading of the sources we have. Those sources which were written down and composed before the time when Techeiles disappeared in the 7th century of the Common Era, and those, of course, written afterwards right until our day. What I would like to say is that those written before Techeiles disappeared, we expect the author to have seen himself Techeiles and seen the Chilazon, and he could have a first-hand knowledge of the subject. But those written since then, since the 7th century, there are only really descriptions of how the author learned and studied the subject, written by others before his time. And this is really a question of aid and aid, and therefore we must be critical about anything written at the time when the author would himself not have seen the Chilazon and not have seen the Techeiles.